Let us understand the counter-magnet towns. What is the definition of counter-magnet towns? KPMG has defined counter-magnet towns as cities are like magnets. Just as magnets can either attract or repel, so can cities. A city with a strong magnetic pull draws in new residents, visitors and business investments. Another definition of counter-magnet is that counter-magnet towns are the principal components of the strategy to reduce both migration and population expansion of any area. This definition is specifically for Delhi metropolitan area, but it would apply to any other city. Basically, to reduce migration and population expansion of the city, counter-magnet towns are proposed. And the counter-magnet towns should be given priority when allocating funding for development of land, housing and infrastructure. Coming to the counter-urbanization, what is counter-urbanization? We know what is urbanization. We know that when people come to the cities, urbanization is a process of cities becoming more and more urban, of more and more people coming into the cities, and to counter this urbanization is a phenomena of counter urbanization, and that is why the counter magnet cities have come up. So we see that counter urbanization is the process whereby people move from urban areas to rural areas, and the process involves the moving of the population away from urban areas such as towns and cities to new towns, new estates or any village. Now, counter urbanization is also said to occur when an urban area starts losing its population or when there is decrease in the population of an urban area. In other words, when population loss of urban core exceeds the population gain. Why do we need to have counter urbanization? As I was referring to earlier, cities have been growing, there have been various problems related to pollution, to crime, to overcrowding, to shortages of facilities, to inadequacy of facilities, to traffic congestion and lack of open spaces, then poor quality of facilities. So the urban areas in many a times cannot cope up with the fast growth of the cities, and therefore we need to have counter urbanization, or we need to develop more and other cities which are beyond the city limits of the particular area, and new areas can be developed as counter magnet towns to counter the ill effects of urbanization. Now, it first took place from the inner cities in Britain as a reaction to the economic problems, inner city deprivation and overcrowding. And with the improvement of inner city transportation infrastructure and more sustainable public transport, people no longer had to live closer to their work and could commute long distances from the suburbs or from the areas which are away from the city center. Later, it was encouraged by the government schemes, and generally it was the choice of more middle class, socially mobile persons come to the city, live away from the city and to commute to the city for work or for other purposes. On the other hand, the counter magnet towns should offer good living environment in terms of new improved houses for the residents, job opportunities and also facilities and services. But in most cases we see that the counter magnet towns have not served its purpose in terms of becoming a counter magnet, and people still travel to the main city for employment opportunities and for facilities. We come to now the counter magnet towns of Delhi. So we see that the National Capital Region of 2001 put forth two different or definitive, not different, rather definitive roles. I'll repeat. The National Capital Region Plan of 2001 put forth two definite roles of the counter magnet towns. They said that these counter magnet towns would intercept the migration that were happening, or to people were migrating to Delhi. So in order to intercept the migration, these towns which are beyond Delhi could be developed in order to attract those people who are migrating to Delhi. The second role was these could have been regional growth centers in order to achieve a balanced pattern of urbanization in the region over a period of time. The regional plan of 2001 said that the counter magnet towns would have or should have strengthened economic base functions and upgraded social and physical infrastructure. It also talked about strengthening of the organizational capacities of the local bodies or development authorities in these counter magnet cities, and adequate financial resources for development should be there. And the third point it specified was strengthening of regional linkages, that is transport and communications, for development of these towns. Now NCR Plan 2001 selected 36 cities within the 100 and 400 kilometers from Delhi as counter magnet towns in respect of various parameters, that is size and status, population growth, work participation ratio, population density, and special parameters like accessibility, then congruence with in-migration corridors, proximity to other contenders in the region. You can see from this drawing the counter magnet cities that had been planned based on the selection process which I had referred to earlier for Delhi. We have Gwalior in MP, Kota in Rajasthan, Bareilly in Uttar Pradesh, Patiala in Punjab, Hisar in Haryana, and as you can see what is their economic base and their distance from the city. After understanding the counter magnet cities to Delhi, now let us understand the counter magnet cities to Srinagar. Srinagar city in Jammu and Kashmir state has been plagued with congestion, overcrowding, deforestation, encroachment, pollution of water bodies, uneconomic use of scarce resources, inadequate facilities, lack of diversified economic base, depressing housing conditions, alarming decline in carrying capacity with respect to natural and man-made hazards, rampant conversion of natural land cover under water bodies, plantation and agricultural activities to other incompatible uses. So, considering these problems which Srinagar city faces and the urbanization, considering the urbanization rate of Srinagar, the development authority had planned for counter magnets to the city. So therefore, as per the master plan of Srinagar, two major urban agglomerations has been identified, that is the southern urban agglomeration which consists of Anantnag, Bijbehara and Matan, the estimated population of 6.5 lakhs by 2035, and the northern urban agglomeration, that is Baramulla and Sopore, with an estimated population of 4.75 lakhs by 2035, have been identified as the counter magnet areas to Srinagar city. You can see from this map the location of the southern urban agglomeration and the northern urban agglomeration and to the Srinagar city.